Alright, here we are at Mankin Hobby of Southgate on the 1/10th crawler track. About to finally get some real runs in with this thing. Okay, one thing I do want to try, that feature right there. Might look easy, but it can be tough. Oh, get that first try. Yes! Beautiful. Didn't quite make it up, but I made it around. Crawling on that giant icicle right there. I think I need to hook on that right side, right where I'm at. Hook on my left right there. Keep this straight. Now bring it back around. Come on, you can do it. Oh. Nothing a little bounce can't fix. Oh yeah. Let's see if I can't sidewall this. It's gonna get tricky. With ease. I'm not too sure. There's quite a bit of ice on this rock, but it's probably the steepest feature they have here. Might as well give it a try. Wow, it's actually kind of impressive. Good, are you? Yeah, I'm looking for a RC four-wheel drive. It's called a BRP seat. Just a little tiny 10th scale seat for the trucks. Let's see. All right, everyone, we are back from the crawler course. Let's go ahead and give a after crawl report, review, breakdown, whatever you want to call it. If there's one word to describe this truck after that session, it's pretty impressive. I know I've said that before, but really, it blew me away. I wasn't really expecting too much. There was going to be lines that I wasn't going to necessarily be able to take, so I thought. But turns out that this thing pretty much did everything I threw at it. Granted, there was some stuff that, I had to do a hand of God on, I had to take a couple tries at, but whatever I set out to do, it did. And I have to say, it's super duper fun. And for that reason, it's quickly becoming one of my favorite trucks. I've crawled a couple different trucks and this one is definitely up there. Now, a couple of keynotes to go over of some things that I changed from my last video. I did end up putting on these 100mm RC four-wheel drive King shocks. From a scale perspective, this thing is awesome. I mean, it top notch. Love it, love it, love it. As you know, King suspension is like one of my favorite brands. I mean, all the way down from just the company itself to the logo to just how they look on a vehicle. I mean, it's insane. I'll stop fanboying about that. But I was really nervous because I didn't think that they were going to perform too well. These shocks are notorious for leaking, but I have to say they haven't leaked yet. So that's pretty cool. There is going to be one thing that you are going to notice is that I took off the dual spring setup. Before they came with two of these, little springs right here with this middle retainer, as you can see right here. I took that off. It was loud, it was clunky, it was stiff as a board. And so what I did is I took off my original spring and just painted it that baby blue just to match the rest of the shock. And I have to say, worked flawlessly. I really wasn't expecting a lot out of these shocks. I mean, you probably should for, $47 for just two of these shocks, but overall, I was super duper impressed. That extra little bit of travel, you can really notice. It may not seem like it, but on some lines, that can be make or break for you. One other thing is that I was debating on moving up to a 2.2-inch wheel with a 5.25 tire. I think I was going to go with the Baja Pro XLs. I'm happy I didn't do that because the scale look of this truck with the 1.9 wheels and the 4.9-inch tires, absolutely incredible. Amazing, 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 amazing. Another thing I did do was I added high clearance links for the front lowers. And when I say added, all I did was modify. I took the original links that came with it and then bent it probably about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch, maybe a little less, in from the end of the threaded rod, and just bent it enough to where when you look at it from a side view, the drive shaft actually doesn't sit below the links. This is very important because if it does, your drive shaft is going to get caught up on a lot of stuff, and I've actually had it before to where it got caught on a rock and it slowly pulled apart my rear axle, and then the drive shaft popped out, and I was only front wheel drive for an entire competition. That stinks. So make sure that your drive shaft does not sit below your high clearance links. Another thing too that I did that really helped out was getting some brass on this thing. I have the meus brass package, so I got front brass for the steering knuckles and then a rear brass weight. I guess it's still a knuckle, but it's just more so gonna sit on that axle. It's the hub. So I got brass there, and then I also have brass for my front steering servo. I was really worried that it was going to be too much, but it ended up being just the right amount. I mean, this thing is heavy. I think in my last video, I said that it was going to be about, it was like 8.5 pounds, which is quite a bit. Yeah, as I mentioned before, super duper impressed with this rig. I am in talks with somebody online about getting a custom Monster Energy wrap, hence the hat. So I have to say, top notch with this truck. If I had to conclude, I would say that this truck is able to do 75 to 100% of everything that your standard competition crawler could do. I don't see why this couldn't compete, with a lot of those, VFD carbons and all those other trucks. And again, it did everything that I threw at it. Granted, it took a couple of tries. It may not be as easy or as smooth to do with a normal competition truck, but for this being a scale build or a scale-ish build, it did everything I wanted it to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing and like the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.